W7 Live. Just because we're not at a game doesn't mean there ain't games happening. There's games all over the state today in softball. The WIAA State Softball Tournament underway. We're at the regional finals. Coming to you live from the W7 Worldwide headquarters in Oconomowoc, Wisconsin. Good afternoon, everyone, and hope your Thursday's going well for those of you at the park. Hope it's going well in your favor, and if not, hang in there. Maybe things will get better. You're watching the W7 Live Update Show. We're going to bring you updates from all around the state on games that we have access to via Game Changer that coaches from around the state have given us access to. So you're going to see what we see. So everything I see, you're going to see as we go through a whole load of games. We're going to get started in a minute, but first of all, let me tell you, today's show presented by Jolly Good Soda. Go to jollygoodsoda.com, put in your zip code. You can find the nearest Jolly Good retailer near you. Also visit their website, jollygoodsoda.com. And when you shop for apparel, 17% off if you use the promo code For The Girls. One word, For The Girls. So they get some awesome apparel that's out there for you to take a look at. Quick break, message from Jolly Good. We'll be back. Let's get right into it. We're going to start with the games that have gone final, give you updates on all those. If you don't see your game on here, if you want to send us an update, let us know. We already got a message in here. Who's winning the Catholic Central girls game? Well, unfortunately, Sandler, Catholic Central lost on Tuesday to Hilbert 4-0. So Catholic Central was eliminated in the regional semifinals. So their season comes to an end, 16-1. What a great season they've had. But their season is over. Quick message from Jolly Good. We'll be back. You're watching the live update show from Oconomowoc on W7, presented by Jolly Good Soda.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
W7 Live back from Oconomowoc to bring you updates from all over the state. Let's get into it. We'll start with the games that have gone final. I'm sorry I'm not going to be looking right at you guys. I'm actually looking at my screen to show you what's going on. First game on the docket today, Brookfield Academy loses to Dominican, that's Whitefish Bay Dominican, 3-1. 1 run in the fourth for Academy, then 2 in the sixth, and 1 in the first also for Dominican. 3-1 they win, even though Brookfield Academy out hit them 4-3. 3-1 your final. Brookfield Academy made 5 errors in that game. That'll get you just about every time. Home run from Berghart for Brookfield Academy, and a double from Mortola, and a triple from Weiler. The winning pitcher is Weiler, 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned, a walk, and 16 strikeouts. Wow, there's a game. So 3-1 Dominican knocks off Brookfield Academy. That's your first final. I'm not going to go through the sectionals and the pairings, all that stuff, just because what I'm looking at here is we're just going to go raw scores. So hopefully you know who your team's playing and where they're playing. So we're not going to get into that. Mishicot gets a win today as expected. They remain undefeated. They knock off Kewanee 4-0. Great game, though. Mishicot 4 runs in the first, and that was it. That was your scoring for the entire game. Kieran Sanford goes 7 innings, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and 13 strikeouts. So a 1-hit complete game shutout for Kieran Sanford for Mishicot, and the Indians win it 4-0. Sanford also had a double. Caitlin Adair had a triple for Mishicot. RBI, 2 for Sanford, 1 for Bouchard, and 1 for Adair. So 4-0 Mishicot defeats Kewanee. By the way, if there's a score you want to know about, put it in the comments. Let us know. I'll be happy to skip to that game if you're interested, if you have a game that you're keeping an eye out for. Meanwhile, this one also final now. Mosinee defeats Shawano 12-4. good Shawano team just ran into a really good Mosinee team who put up 7 runs in the 4th. So 7 in the 4th for Mosinee as they go on 12-4, defeating Shawano. 12 runs, 12 hits, 2 errors, 4 runs, 7 hits, and 7 errors for Shawano. Tough to win games with 7 errors. Winning pitcher Bussey, 7 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, none of them earned, 2 walks and 6 strikeouts. So congratulations, Mosinee. You're moving on to sectionals. By the way, all these games are regional final games, so the winner goes on to the sectional semifinals, which will be next Tuesday. Okay, so let's move on. Pewaukee and Martin Luther. Pewaukee going to sectionals. They defeat Martin Luther 6-2 today. We saw Pewaukee earlier this year against Pius. Good young team. Got a lot of talent on that crew. 2 in the 3rd, 2 in the 5th, and 2 in the 7th. Martin Luther 1 in the 1st and 1 in the 6th. 6 runs, 8 hits, and 2 errors for Pewaukee. 2 runs, 6 hits, and 3 errors for Martin Luther. That game now final 6-2. Also final, Brookfield Central defeats Whitefish Bay 5-1. Lancers get 1 in every inning in the first 5 innings. Whitefish Bay gets 1 in the 6th, but that's it. Winning pitcher is Ella Brand, 7 innings, 5 hits, 1 run. It was earned, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. Home run for Snakes. That's Maggie Fenn from Brookfield Central. So Snakes gets a home run in that game as the Lancers cruise to a 5-1 win over Whitefish Bay. Also final now, as expected, Cedarburg handles DS 7-0. Cassidy Gall, 11 strikeouts in that game for the Cedarburg Bulldogs. LeCavalier, 2 hits. Gall had 3 hits and an RBI. LeCavalier, 2 RBI. Torbeck, 2 RBI. A triple from Grunenberg. And Cassidy Gall goes 7 innings, 5 hits, no runs, 2 walks, and 11 strikeouts to dispatch the Dashers. So 7-0 Cedarburg moving on to the sectionals. DSHA season has come to an end. Upset, to me, a big upset here. Plymouth defeats Kewaskum 8-4. Plymouth gets 2 in the 1st, and then in the 5th, Kewaskum gets 4, but then Plymouth comes back and gets 6 in the bottom of the 5th. So Plymouth moving on. Almost everybody on Kewaskum got a hit, but not enough. Macy Sabish was the pitcher for Kewaskum, 6 innings, 11 hits, 8 earned runs, a walk, and 7 strikeouts. Donner for Plymouth, 7 innings, 9 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned, 4 walks, and no strikeouts, but good enough for the Panthers to move on. Donner also got a double in that game for Plymouth. So congratulations to the Plymouth Panthers. They're moving on to sectionals with an 8-4 win. Let's see. Moving down. Algoma escapes a pesky St. Mary Springs team 2-1. Springs led 1-0 after 2. Algoma got 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th. And they win it 2-1. 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error. Springs 1 run, 4 hits, and 2 errors. Gracie Conkle went 6 innings for Springs. 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, and 3 strikeouts. Zimmerman for Algoma goes the distance. 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 2 walks, and 9 strikeouts. So congratulations to Algoma. They're the number 1 seed, and they're moving on with a 2-1 win over St. Mary Springs. Wisconsin Lutheran defeats Waukesha North today, 5-1. That one has gone final. Sydney Vitonkel goes the distance, 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. It was unearned, a walk, and 10 strikeouts for Sid. She also had 2 hits, scored 2 runs, drove in 1, a triple being one of those hits. Reese Grudzelanek had a sacrifice fly and a couple stolen bases on there as well. Kochnitsky and Hag for Wisconsin Lutheran. So they win it 5-1. Went out to an early lead, 2-0 in the first. It was 3-1 after 3, 4-1 after 4, and 5-1 after 5, and that's how it ended. A 3-hit winner for Sydney Vitonkel and the Wisconsin Lutheran Vikings moving on to sectionals. Kaukauna, no surprise. They dispatched Bayport 9-0 today, and it's a no-hitter for Carly Meredith. 7 innings, no hits, no runs, no errors, a walk, and 11 strikeouts. Kaukauna has allowed 13 runs this season. let me run that back. Kaukauna has allowed 13 runs in 24 games this season. You're not misunderstanding it. That's about 0.5 runs per game. So Carly got more than enough support today. Paige Bodenheimer went 2 for 4. Josie Eben went 2 for 4. Boyle 2 for 2. Federitz 2 for 4. As the Ghosts cruise, Taryn Christopher had a home run in that game. So it's 9-0. That's final. Kaukauna moving on past Bayport in the regional finals. Kaukauna onto the sectional semifinals. They've now won 108 games in a row. Let's see. This one's still in progress. Sussex Hamilton defeats Greenfield 10-0. That game has gone final. Sussex 3 in the first, 6 in the fourth, and 1 in the sixth. A 3-hit shutout for Schneider. 6 innings, 3 hits, no runs, a walk, and 5 strikeouts. Bickler a couple hits. Topalovic a couple hits. Palika a couple hits. Rick, I'm in the W7 Worldwide Headquarters in Economwalk today. So didn't have any games on our docket today. So we're just checking in and giving you updates on what's going on. This is the Jolly Good Studio for W7 in Economwalk. So that's where I'm at today. Other games. Freedom defeats Denmark. If you watched W7 on Tuesday, Freedom defeated Notre Dame on Tuesday by a score of 8-0. They defeat Denmark 9-1. Freedom the 2 seed and Denmark the 3. Freedom had 7 runs in the third, 2 in the fourth. Denmark just 1 in the sixth. Peyton Vandeloo, another sparkling performance, 7 innings, 5 hits, 1 run. It was unearned, no walks, and 4 strikeouts for Vandeloo. At the plate, Carrington Klug, 2 hits, 2 runs scored. Marley Smith, who was our player of the game, our Jolly Good Soda player of the game on Tuesday, 1 for 2 with a couple of runs scored. Addie Murphy went 2 for 4, and Courtney Moeller also went 2 for 4. 12 hits pounded out by the Irish today. 9-1, they defeat Denmark. That one now final. If there's a game you're interested in, let me know. I'll see if I've got any data on it. Let's see. Those are the ones that I have right now. Actually, this one has just gone final. Random Lake moving on to sectionals with a big win over St. Mary Catholic today. 3-2. The Rams eke it out. St. Mary, 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, and then St. Mary's gets 2 in the fourth. But Jayla Harder holds them quiet the rest of the way. Harder, 7 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs. Both of them earned, no walks, and 6 strikeouts. Random Lake moving on to sectional semifinals. Hits for Random Lake. Danica Eberhardt had 1. Jayla Harder had 1. Eberhardt, in fact, had a home run today. Olivia Stefanich Libby had 2 hits. Layla Sanders had a hit. Therese Tice had a hit. And Trista Knoll had a hit. So, and doubles from Stefanich and Harder. And again, the home run by Eberhardt. 3-2 Random Lake. Congratulations, Rams. Ram Power moving on to the sectional semifinals with a big win. I'm going to see if we can get Coach Lefevre on. I'm going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. I'm going to see if I can reach out to Coach Lefevre, see if we can get him on the broadcast and talk about their win today. You're watching the live update show of the WIA Regional Finals on W7, presented by Jolly Good Soda.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
Injuries can happen at any time, and when they do, head to Ortho ASAP, a faster, less expensive option than urgent care. No appointments are needed, so you can be seen immediately by our specialists. Part of Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference.
Welcome back to the WIAA Softball Regional Final Update Show on W7, presented by Jolly Good Soda. Glad to have you along. Gary Whipperman live from Oconomowoc in our Jolly Good studio, and just going through games on the calendar today for the regional finals. Again, you're seeing what I'm seeing, so let's follow along together. We've talked about several of these games already. I'm going to move on here. I think we've got pretty much all the finals covered that we have access to. So now we're going to switch to games in progress. We're going to do a couple live look-ins. How about that, you guys? I'll tell you what. Let's see. Let's go to Ashwaubenon and Kimberly. Okay, I can't get access to the actual game, but it's 8-6 Kimberly. Surprise, surprise. Kimberly leading Ashwaubenon 8-6. That game's in the 6th right now. 3 in the first, 4 in the third, 1 in the fifth for the Papermakers, 2 in the third, and 4 in the fourth for Ashwaubenon. Barrett Herr 1 for 3 for Ashwaubenon. Also pitching today. They've hit her pretty well today. 5 2/3, 9 hits, 8 runs, 6 of them earned, 2 walks and 11 strikeouts. So we'll have to keep an eye on that one. It's 8-6 in the top of the 6th. Kimberly at the plate, and they've got runners on first and third with 2 outs. Sophie Hermes on third base right now for Kimberly. So that game in progress, 8-6. Let me see if I can find one we've got access to. Here we go. We're going to put this one full screen. This is Oconomowoc and Waterford. It's 7-1 Waterford in the 7th. And this game is at Waterford. Oconomowoc at the plate. O'Dwyer on the circle for Waterford. So 7-1 Waterford in the top of the 7th. So Oconomowoc's last stand here. And there's 2 outs, so this could be their last at-bat of the season. I was hoping to see Macy Brazelton hit, but it's not going to happen. This one popped up to the pitcher and caught, and that is the game. Waterford defeats Oconomowoc 7-1. O'Dwyer with the win for Waterford as Waterford now moves on to the sectional semifinals next week. Congratulations, Waterford, on your 7-1 win over the Raccoons of Oconomowoc. That game now final. All right, let's switch to another one. Let's see. Let's go Germantown and Homestead. See if we got video on that one. And we do. So this game at Germantown, it's 7-2 Germantown in the 6th. Kendall Thomas is pitching for Germantown. And this is Stelz at the plate for Homestead. 7-2 Warhawks, this game in the top of the 6th at Germantown, Kennedy Middle School. Fall Creek defeats Boiseville today 6-1. And if you're a hardcore W7 fan, you would have seen Fall Creek and Boiseville last year at the Legion State Softball Tournament in DeForest. We actually showed that game. Fall Creek actually won that tournament, the Division II first ever Legion State Softball Tournament. They had 2 divisions. Fall Creek was in Division II, and they won the championship game along the way. In the opener, they beat Boiseville. So that's our experience with both Boiseville and with Fall Creek. We actually did a Fall Creek game earlier this year. 7-2 here, Germantown over Homestead. This game in the 6th. 2 outs and a runner on. We'll stick with this for the rest of the inning. Kendall Thomas on the circle for the Warhawks. Here's the 0-2 outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Fawcett, number 13. And now 2-2. This one popped foul and out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Fawcett. 7-2 Germantown in the top of the 6th. We'll break from this game after this inning, this half inning. Swung on and pop foul. If you're interested, we are looking for a game to do next Tuesday. That'll be a sectional semifinal game. On Tuesday. Let us know, info@productionsw7.com. Keep in mind, fees do apply for that, but I promise we'll make it worth your while. So send us an email, info@productionsw7.com, if you'd like us to cover your team on Tuesday. 7-2 Germantown, top of the 6th, 2 out and a runner on second, beg your pardon. This one's a base hit to center. Runner will stay at third. Nice throw in from Ballseeger. So first and third with 2 out in the 6th. Now Lauren Striffling, the production leader on this Homestead team. Big at bat here for Striffling with 2 on. Can knock into this lead here in the 6th that Germantown's holding. That one upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Kendall Thomas pitching for Germantown. Looks like Julia Sina at third. And that one missed. 2 balls and no strikes. Calvin, appreciate you as always, my friend. You guys do tremendous work on the Gosling Sports Update. If you guys aren't following Gosling Sports Updates on Twitter, you really should. Calvin does a great job in running that page and really promoting Watertown sports. Great friend of ours, and encourage you to follow them. Yeah, I'll probably stay here. I kind of thought about going over there, but I don't want to jinx the girls. The last time I was there, I think they lost in the playoffs. The last time I was there, I don't want to jinx Alex and Drew and the girls. 7-2 Germantown, but thank you, Calvin. Appreciate you as always, my friend. This one is hit down the line at first and foul. Lauren Striffling at the plate. If you don't know Lauren Striffling, just a tremendous athlete. Also plays girls basketball for Homestead. I believe she plays for Chapman Academy, if I remember right, as well, for Dave Mikowski and the crew there. So she's a great athlete, a great basketball player at Homestead. This one pop foul again, out of play. So Sina at third. Price is the shortstop. That's probably Elena Williams at second, and I'm sure that's Kenzie Thomas at first. Kenzie at first and Kendall the pitcher. I don't have the defensive alignments up in front of me. Here's the 2-2 to Striffling. This one down the line and foul. Lauren battling with Kendall Thomas. 23 pitches for Thomas. Kylie Otto would have started for sure for that game. That one missed. 3-2 on Strifling. Hey, Carrie Tilley checking in. How about that? Pius gets the win today, 11-4 against St. Francis. Congratulations, Lady Popes. You're moving on to sectionals. 11-4 win today. Tilley Insurance, of course, one of our sponsors this year. Great supporter of ours. Carrie and Joe Tilley, and of course, daughter Sid. Sid, multi-sport athlete as well, girls basketball and softball. Georgia Campanado, a.k.a. Sweet Georgia, on that team. A lot of great players on that team. Tess Wiechek, another multi-sport athlete, as is Georgia. Carrie, thanks for checking in. Appreciate it. No balls and one strike. And the bases are now loaded as Strifling gets a walk. You guys ever find it funny? You hear people talking, you know, when the Game Changer's on. That I don't think they realize that there's a microphone that goes with that Game Changer camera. A lot of people hear some weird stuff. Probably hear some weird stuff on our broadcast too, for that matter. Calvin, I think that's also bad news. Also, I think now that Matt Stolberg has resigned at Homestead or at Watertown, I'm not sure they're going to have a holiday shootout. This year. He did so much work on that. This one popped up in the infield, and the Warhawks get out of it in the sixth. The Highlanders leave the bases loaded. 7-2 Germantown over Homestead. We're going to take a break. You're watching WIAA Regional Final Updates on W7, presented by Jolly Good Soda.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
Welcome back. Regional final updates on W7. We're here at least till 7 o'clock, maybe a little bit longer, depending on what if there's still games going on. So let's get right into one here that's happening right now, and that is Beaver Dam and Oshkosh North. It's 2-0 Beaver Dam in the top of the seventh. Borowitz at the plate for North. It's saying delayed, so that usually means that they're a little late in getting the scoring in. Quick rundown on the history of this game. Beaver Dam 2 in the top of the first. That's been it. 2 for 4 for Gabby Fakes from the plate. Riley Zarnecki 1 for 3. 2 hits for Bryant, 2 for 3. 9 hits for Beaver Dam, but only 2 runs. Fakes 6 innings, 3 hits, no runs, no walks, and 9 strikeouts. Peters doing a nice job for Oshkosh North. 6 innings, 9 hits, 2 runs. Both of them earned a walk and 4 strikeouts. So that game, 2-0 in the top of the seventh. We'll keep an eye on it. It's saying delayed as of right now, so I'm sure they'll catch up here soon enough. Let's go over to Sun Prairie West, and Sun Prairie East. If we got video here, I think we do. It's 3-0 East in the third. Taylor Baker, the All-Stater, on the circle for East. Pull up our box score here. East gets 2 in the first, 1 in the second. Baker 2 2/3, a hit and 5 strikeouts. Davis at the plate, 1 for 1. We'll go full screen on this one. 2 outs in the top of the third. We'll go to break following this half inning, come back with more games. Glad to have you along. Let me know if you're enjoying this. It's fun for me. I'll tell you what, this is a blast. I'd love doing this stuff. I know a lot of folks are out watching games, of course, in progress. This one fouled off. We're just coming back from games. Random Lake gets the big win. They'll play Algoma on Tuesday in Algoma. So Random Lake travels up to Algoma next Tuesday. Algoma, the number 1 seed. That one foul. Davis at the plate for Sun Prairie West. East, red jerseys, white pants, Red Sox. West, blue, black, and white. And that's a strikeout for Taylor Baker. That is Baker's 6th strikeout. We'll go to break. You're watching WIA Regional Updates on W7 to the top of the hour. We'll be back.
W7's got it right. Covering girls' high school sports all the time. 100% free, 100% live. W7 for the girls.
Sportsmanship doesn't stop when the game ends. It's part of the community you live in. Respect, character, dignity. Your community, your team. We're a proud sponsor of the WIAA Rural Mutual Insurance Sportsmanship Award and have been since it began. It recognizes that sportsmanship matters in your community. Visit ruralmutual.com/WIAA and see how our team and your community can work together to be true champions.
Top of the 7th, Oregon leading Janesville Craig 5-2 in their regional final. That game at Oregon. Janesville Craig 2 in the second. Oregon 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth, 1 in the sixth. They lead 5-2. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs in the top of the 7th. So Etienne looking to close this out against Janesville Craig and move Oregon to the sectionals. She's a strike away. Etienne today, 6 2/3, 5 hits, 2 runs. None of them earned a walk and 13 strikeouts. And now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes on Klaas, I believe, sorry, for Janesville Craig. I feel like I'm doing old time like radio simulcast here. Telegraph, waiting for the news to come in. Here's the 1-2, and that one missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Carly Zick in this game playing second base. Zick 1 for 3 today. Monty 3 for 4 with a run scored. She also had a double. Bastian had a double. Rudy and Simpson also with doubles, and Cook with a triple. 2-2. That one fouled off. Still 2-2. 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Oregon leading Janesville Craig 5-2. Count still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now we're waiting. This is the waiting game, right? So sometimes they don't get the last strike entered right away because they go on the field celebrating, and somebody has to come back in and put that last strike in. So they kind of leave us hanging here, right? Well, we're going to come back to that, but I'm going to assume that's in the bag for Oregon. They lead 5-2. Let's see. Sun Prairie East has defeated Sun Prairie West. That game is final 7-1. Germantown now leads Homestead 10-2. And here's a home run for Kennedy Bennett. Kennedy Bennett goes long for Germantown. And that's the game. That's a walk-off to end the game, 12-2 in 6 innings. Germantown gets the win over Homestead on a walk-off homer from Kennedy Bennett. Chad, my pleasure, my friend. Yeah, look forward to seeing you as well. Had a great time with the Hartford kids this year. Got to see 2 games with Hartford, and hopefully we'll get to do that again next year. That was a lot of fun. Coach Martin and Coach Hawksworth, both fantastic, and appreciate them and their support. So final score, Germantown 12, Homestead 2. We'll be back with more live look-ins and coverage. You're watching W7 Live, presented by Jolly Good Soda.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
Can you hear me, Gary?
Welcome back to the WIAA Softball Regional Updates program, and we've got a special guest here that we're going to bring in just a second. He is the head coach of the Random Lake Rams. Rams get the big win today over St. Mary Catholic 3-2. So let me give me a second here, you guys. I'm going to see if I can bring Coach Lefevre into the fold here. Coach, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Gary.
All right. Hey, this stuff really works. That's pretty cool.
You bet.
Okay, let's see. Let's get you on here. There he is, Mike Lefevre joining us. Hey, great win today, Coach. 3-2 victory over a really tough St. Mary Catholic team. Great job by you guys today.
Yeah, they played well. We jumped on them early. We just couldn't get over that hump to score more runs than 3. I mean, we were threatening, and we just couldn't get over that hump. But my hat's off to St. Mary's. She struggled the first 2 or 3 innings hitting the strike zone. And then she did settle down and threw some pretty good changeups and stuff like that and kept my girls off balance. Then we had one issue where supposedly my runner touched home plate, which whether they did or not, it is what it is. But yeah, they're a good team, and I told my girls that going into this game, I says, we are the better team. I says, but if you give them any opportunities, they're going to seize it. They will not give up, and they didn't. The inning that they scored 2 runs in, they put four nice hits together that scored 2 runs. But luckily, my defense has been playing very well, and I tell them, just keep the ball in front of you, and let's not give them anything extra. They're going to hit the ball. It's no different going into Tuesday. They're going to hit the ball. Let's play our game. So.
Well, you guys got 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third. St. Mary's 2 in the fourth, and that was it. Jayla Harder, 7 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs. Both of them earned, no walks, and 6 strikeouts. Talk about Jay's performance today.
She did real well. She started the game real well, and then she got in that inning, and then she kind of dropped a little bit. And I went out and talked to her, and I just told her, Jay, you gotta be surgical, and you gotta get back at this, and you've got to just slow the game down, and you gotta focus on every pitch that you're throwing and where it's going. And she did settle down and did a great job. I went out there and I called timeout on one, and we had, I forget her name, she's a senior. It was the pitcher. She's batting real well this year, and I went out there.
Seringer was the pitcher.
And I went out and told her, I says, Jay, I want you to go right at her. And, we're putting the game in their hands, and she won that game. And, Jay is going to have to take it about herself and just be like I tell her, you got to be surgical on these batters, and you just got to take your time, slow the game down. We're not in any rush here. Hit your spots. So she did real well. She's struggling a little bit at the plate right now. My bottom half is really doing well.
Your bottom 3 went 3 for 7 today. Your bottom 3 went 3. Layla Sanders, Reese Tice, and Tristan Knoll combined 3 for 7 with a run scored. And that's the great thing about the playoffs is it's always full of unlikely heroes. And Connor DeVoy says it all the time. Like you got to keep an eye on the 7, 8, 9 hitters. They're going to come up and get you if you're not careful.
Yep, and that's one thing I've been proud of my team all year long. And not like the tops are in any slump or anything. They just, like I said, that pitcher I will say kept them off balance, and but they're going to come around, and come Monday or Tuesday, they better be ready for 1 through 9 hitters because we're coming after you.
Yeah, and Danica Everhart hits a home run. Was that an over the fence home run? Was that a legit home run?
Lead off homer. She blew it out.
Boy, that's got to be encouraging for you to have a freshman step up and start the game up. What a way to set the tone.
Yeah, that really set the tone actually for the entire game until they took it back in that 2-run inning. We had the momentum rolling the whole time, and we lost it for about an inning and a half, and then we got it back rolling into their. After Jay settled down and started hitting her spots and actually going at, I've told Jay, you gotta, I told all my girls that you gotta carry that chip on your shoulder, and you gotta believe that you are better than that next person, and you gotta go after them. You gotta challenge them.
Livy goes 2 for 3 with a double today. Nice game for Livy.
Yep.
Livy Stefanich, walk off as we call her. So I mean, Abler goes 0 for 3 and Harder goes 1 for 3. If you wake up this morning and somebody tells you, Madeline's not going to get any hits and Jayla's going to get 1 hit, you're worried about that, right? Because that's kind of the heart and soul of the offense. But what great way for the younger kids and for those less likely heroes to step up and really perform for you and the team and eke out the win, huh?
No, absolutely. Like I said, my entire team 1 through 9. They're coming up. They believe in themselves. You're right. The freshmen are, they still got a lot to learn. The pressure is going to get to them, but for the most part, they've been performing, and I'm very proud of them. And like I said, they're pretty focused. If we can stay focused the way we've been playing since Campbell Sport and Tuesday night and tonight, we're going to be a tough out.
Give me a sneak preview, Coach, about Algoma. They're the number 1 seed. You're going to go up to Algoma on Tuesday and play those guys. Thoughts on that game coming up?
Well, I know they beat Springs tonight, 2-1.
Yeah, it was a close one.
Yeah, it was. I know Wally's got a great team. You know, Gary, I'm not real sure. I don't know a lot about them. I know they got a pretty good pitcher. You know, I got to get my scouting reports on them, and
Sure.
I got people to know. But you know, you got to. That's why this year, if you look at in you covering me quite a bit this year, know that, you know, I only had about with these 2 games here, these regional games. I've only had about 5 home games. I've been playing on the road all year.
Right.
And my girls, they're accustomed to playing on the road. They don't care where they go to play. So.
Yeah, Algoma today, they won 2-1. They got Springs got 1 in the second. Algoma 1 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth. Only 4 hits off Gracie Conkle. Conkle went 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs. Only 1 of them earned, and 3 strikeouts. Zimmerman for Algoma goes the distance. 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 2 walks, and 9 strikeouts for her.
Okay.
So certainly you're gonna get all you want and more out of that Algoma team next week.
Yeah, I'm sure they're similar to a Mayville like we played this year. You know, that's why I tested those girls against the bigger teams. You know, and you know, them were some of my losses. And I guess I'm happy to see us playing a pitcher like that than the reverse. So.
Yeah, and again, you know, big win. That game could have went either way. I mean, St. Mary's Catholic is a good team. They've been good all year. So I mean, for you guys to get that win, you know, what was the energy like after the game with the girls? How'd it go?
Well, they were pretty pumped, you know, and that's what I told them prior to the game. You know, you gotta stay loud and you gotta stay in the game, and you know, we have to keep the momentum. And like I said, you know, we kept the momentum at least 4.5 innings of the game, which definitely helped us. And you know, being at home helped us as well. You know, I had a pretty good crowd tonight. You know, my town follows us very well.
It's a fantastic community. I've said that a million times, and it's true every time I say it. I mean, great support for the players and great support for female athletes in Random Lake.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty excited, and I know the girls are excited to go up there Tuesday, and I know it'll be a great game. Algoma's a great team. You know, they ain't no slouch, but,
right.
You know, like I tell my teams, we just, you know, don't make mistakes, and that's really how it is. And it comes down to who makes the one extra mistake, you know, and that's what it's going to be next week. You know, we got by day 2, now we're on to day 3, so.
Yeah, now the grind starts for sectionals. Hey, congratulations, Coach, on the win. Tell the girls hi for me, and you know, keep doing what you're doing. I'd love to see you guys at Goodman Diamond in June, but one step at a time, right?
You betcha, Gary. I appreciate it. We'll see you.
Mike Lefevre, head coach for the Random Lake Rams. Quick break. You're watching WIA Regional Updates on W7.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
Welcome back to the WIAA Softball Regional Update Show on W7. Kind of a spontaneous last-minute thing, but, you know, it kind of worked out, and appreciate our guests coming on. I've reached out to Jason Otto at Germantown to see if he's able to join. Any coach is able to join, text me or DM me and let me know. We'd love to have you on to talk about your team and your game today. So let's get into some more scores. My buddy Griffin from Kaukauna checking in. Kaukauna wins today 9-0 over Bayport. and they'll go on to play De Pere next week in the sectionals. 107 in a row for the Ghosts. Griffin, good to hear from you, my friend. Look forward to seeing you this winter. I got on good authority we're going to be doing a lot of Kaukauna girls basketball again this winter, so look forward to that, my friend, and hope you're doing well. So let's check in on a couple finals. This one has gone final. Beaver Dam defeats Oshkosh North 2-0. That game now in the books. Congratulations to the Golden Beavers on the win there. I'm sure my friend Wade Bates was over there covering that game today for Daily Dodge. They do a fantastic job. Mike Thronson, Wade Bates, and the crew over there is always killing it over in Brown Deer, Beaver Dam. Oh my gosh, it's one of these, right? That game 2-0. Fall Creek, we mentioned, they defeated Boiseville 6-1. Random Lake, we talked about that one. Germantown beats Homestead. We talked about that. Let's see. Waterford defeated Oconomowoc 7-2. This one, let me see where this one's at right now. It still says top of the 6, 8-6. If anybody's got an update on Kimberly and Ashwaubenon, let me know. I haven't seen any news there. It's been 8-6 for a while. Brookfield Central we talked about. Waukesha West loses. The Blue Jays of West Allis get the win today. 5-2 Blue Jays upset Waukesha West. West got 2 in the first. West Allis 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth. If you're not familiar with the Blue Jays, it's the combined programs of West Allis Hale and West Allis Central. They're now the West Allis Blue Jays. So we got to see one of their games against Germantown this year. I'll tell you what, I was really impressed with them. I thought they played really well. Emmons, the pitcher, I thought did a nice job. They got some really nice talent on that team. Raminger, if you don't know her, I believe her dad actually played in the movie Major League, if I remember right. No, that's Narowski. Narowski's dad played in the movie Major League back from 1989, 1990. Got to meet him when we did that West Allis game. So today, let's see, Dooley 2 hits for West Allis, as well as 2 RBI. That's Grace Dooley. And the pitcher today for West Allis was Dent, 6 2/3, 5 hits, no runs. So great job, West Allis. You're moving on with a 5-2 win over Waukesha West. Final score, thank you, Griffin. Ashwaubenon defeated Kimberly 9-8. It was 8-6 Kimberly in the 6th. The Jaguars come back and get the win 9-8 over Kimberly. That game now final. We got a few minutes left, and then we're gonna call it a show. But hopefully you've enjoyed this today. We're hoping to get games on Tuesday. If you're interested in us coming to do your game on Tuesday, your sectional game, you got to send me an email, info@productionsw7.com. Keep in mind that there will be fees that apply, rights fees and W7 fees both for us to do that game. But if you're interested, just let us know. We can work it out. Info@productionsw7.com. One last break. We'll come back with a final recap. You've been watching the WIA Regional Softball Update Show on W7 Live.
W7's got it right. Covering girls' high school sports all the time. 100% free, 100% live. W7 for the girls.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
WIAA Regional Final Softball scoring updates from around the state, and this one just coming in. I don't know if it's 100% accurate. I'm just getting access to this now. It looks like New London has defeated Lakeland 1-0 in 12 innings. Sailor Timmerman on the circle for Lakeland went 11 2/3, 2 hits, 1 run. It was unearned, a walk, and 23 strikeouts for Sailor Timmerman in 12 innings. Kenna Mix goes 12 innings, 1 hit, no runs, a walk, and 17 strikeouts. Between them, 40 strikeouts today between Timmerman and Mix. And it looks like New London wins at 1-0 in 12. Let me see if I can get the last play here. So the 12th started out with a fly out, and then Mix reached on an error. So Jenna Mix would have got the first. And then Hedke sacrifices. Mix goes to second. And then Winkleman singles on a fly ball to center field. And Mix scores to win it 1-0. New London defeats Lakeland in 12 innings. Again, 23 strikeouts for Sailor Timmerman from Lakeland, our buddy Sailor, and 17 strikeouts from our buddy Kenna Mix at New London. New London, of course, last year went to state, lost in the finals to Freedom, and earlier this year they beat Freedom at Winneconne in the Winneconne Triangular. New London did, and they're able to survive with a 1-0 win over Lakeland. So that's the information I have on that game. It has gone final, it looks like. So 1-0 New London defeats Lakeland. And it looks like that game has come to an end. Slinger and Oshkosh West. That game is, I believe, just getting underway. Also, Watertown and Neenah, that game just getting underway. Let's do a final recap here of the scores that we know. Verona defeated Holman 2-1. So Verona moving on to sectionals. They've had a couple nail biters. They won yesterday. They beat Madison Memorial yesterday on a walk-off error on a pop fly to win that game. But they win it today 2-1. They've got one in the second, one in the third. Holman got one in the fifth. Cruiser for Verona goes 7 innings, 5 hits, 1 run. It was earned, a walk, and 14 strikeouts for Verona. Sierra Ejercito goes 3 for 3 from the plate with a run scored. Quack Boss goes 3 for 3. So 7 hits, 6 of them from 2 players. As Verona moves on with a 2-1 win. Congratulations. Oregon, that game's gone final 5-2. Oregon defeats Janesville Craig. Cambria, Friesland, and Oakfield. The last score I have is 10-3 Oakfield in the 6th. But I don't have anything further than that. Neenah and Watertown, we just talked about, that's just underway. Waukesha West, we talked about them. And I think that's everything that I have. Let me do one more little peek here. Looking for any upsets tonight. Not a lot on the wire. No, it's pretty empty. We'll see more later, I'm sure. Anyway, that's going to do it for us today. You've been watching the W7WIAA Regional Softball Update Show. Congratulations to all the teams advancing to the sectionals next week. Reminder, if you're interested in W7 doing your game next Tuesday, you've got to send me an email, info@productionsw7.com. Again, fees do apply. But we'd love to come and promote your team, promote your game. These girls get one run around the block this year, and then that's it. So don't miss out. You've been watching W7 presented by Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin. Have a happy, safe, and enjoyable Memorial Day weekend. Thank you to all of those who get paid the ultimate price. And don't forget those this weekend in your celebration. Have a great night, everyone. You've been watching W7. We are for the girls.